When I was your age, I thought the world was a good and fair place. I've seen some shit since then.
How did it happen this way? Why is it like this? My nigga, you still alive? Like, fuck the situation. What's going on in the present moment? What did that situation do to your present moment? All right, leave it alone because your present moment is just fine. There's nothing going on in the present moment that can really say your life is changing. Now, if a situation, because your life changed, but nigga, if it's not gonna matter in 5 years, like, stop worrying about it. And niggas do that shit. Like, it's even with this existential shit. People have existential crisis because they be chilling in a room, not doing shit, trying to think about how the motherfucking world was made. That's gonna force a spiritual awakening. You just gonna spend more time sitting in your room thinking,
But
doing
like,
nothing.
but like, but like,
I
you know me
feel
tell you,
like
you know me tell you what I be thinking is, I think a motherfucker start calling themselves God and feel like they know they the holder of all information. Like, man, just live this shit, bro. Like the shit that
you said what? Hey, you muted, bro.
a lot of people.
I think bro lagging. But look, nah, that's facts what he's saying though. Most people just, it's cool to call yourself a God, bro, but you don't even know what the fuck God means. You got people out here that get offended when you call yourself God because their definition of God is not your definition of God. Your definition of God is something else. And we put so much energy focusing on this definition of God, we forget to realize, nigga, life is God. Because if you look up the etymology of God, it says literally the life principle in front of you. God is just the life principle. That's it. The Ten Commandments, those is life principles. Laws of life, those is life principles. Do unto others as they will do unto you. That's a life principle. That's God, nigga. The laws of the universe, that's God. The Bible, the word, that's God. It's literally, God is the highest form of consciousness, and the highest form of consciousness is intelligence itself. We are the only things on this planet, nigga, with the intelligence we have. Look at what we doing. Nigga, there's houses everywhere. Birds got to use the tree, pick up grass. They can't transform shit. If we cut a tree down, turn that bitch to a wood plank. You think a bird can do that shit? No. So God is the life principle in front of you. It's not all this shit you got in your mind. Those are just thoughts and rules you learn. Everything got rules to in this shit, but it's the life principle in front of you. What rules are you following now in this present moment? Nigga, that's God. And you need to find out what rules you follow. Because once you find out what rules you follow, you can change them. Because a habit is just a rule that you follow. Because any habit you don't do too much, I promise you don't. You can never do enough because you never satisfy over any habit. So if it becomes a habit, you do it out of regulation. But this regulation has a rule to it. And that rule is God. You're not going to do, it's crazy as fuck to think about. But God is literally the list of laws in front of you. So with that being said, niggas need to let that shit go. Focus on life. Focus on the laws of nature. You can look at shit and find out the laws of nature. Like, it's all, like, just go outside. You're going to see what rules animals follow. Birds do certain shit. Squirrels do certain shit. They follow subconscious rules from this higher intelligence. What's good? What's good? What's good? I can't see because it's sun. But anyways, I want to kind of talk about some shit, bro. So look, I don't want to get too crazy. Yeah, I'm from Texas. I don't want to get too crazy with this conspiracy shit, but it's kind of getting under my skin. One of these record labels, and I know I'm not gonna say no names, but y'all know who I'm talking about. One of these, yeah, I know Joe Dispenza. I'm gonna talk about one of his teachings in a minute. But these record labels are not doing good business. Like, it's one record label, and King Von was signed to that. XXX was signed to that. PNB Rock was signed to that. Young Dolph was signed to that. It's a lot of dead people that was signed to this record. And this is one damn label. So I'm like, damn. And one thing they all had in common, they all had their masters. So it's starting to add up. Stop looking for somebody to give you shit. That's it. That's why niggas sign these record deals. Because they want a handout. Keep getting it like you been getting it and don't sign the deal. That's just you jump starting into your life. Half the shit, all this money these niggas got, they is not ready for it. That's why they don't ever do good shit with it. They not ready for it. Think about Elon Musk and them. They ain't had to sign no deal. They took, Elon Musk made over $50 million and spent all that shit on his business. He spent all that shit on Tesla and SpaceX. He didn't spend $50 million on a house. You know why? Because he was sleeping in his friend's apartment with $50 million in his account. On the couch. He invested all that shit into his business. These niggas get money, and what they do with it? They go buy chains. They go get tatted up. They go get their teeth fixed. They go get jewelry, cars, clothes, spend more money, buy their females' bodies. Instead of getting that shit for real. Like, that is, it's like buying a bunch of toys. It's just toys at the end of the day. All them fucking, the real way to spend money is to spend it to make more. Now, don't get me wrong. The chains and shit, that could be an investment because it's a commodity, gold, silver, shit like that. Diamonds, that is a investment. But when you spending your money on these clothes and shit that you wearing one time, throwing in the trash, like, that shit is blowing. So, back to what I was saying. Tesla is an amazing invention.